Tesla is recalling almost all of its Cybertrucks due to a cosmetic exterior panel.
Elon Musk recalls every Cybertruck after shocking production discovery. This is not a drill. Elon Musk just pulled the plug on every Cybertruck delivered so far. Tesla's boldest vehicle, the one that was supposed to change the game forever, is now being dragged back to the factory in what might be the most embarrassing recall in the company's history. We're talking about parts flying off while people are driving, total loss of power, and a production issue so bad it forced Tesla to freeze deliveries. Let that sink in. Every single Cybertruck is being recalled. Over 46,000 vehicles. Why? Because of a glue failure that can send panels flying off at highway speeds and inverters that might fail without warning. This isn't a small hiccup. It's a nightmare for a brand that prides itself on being ahead of the curve. Musk said this truck was bulletproof, but now it's struggling to hold itself together. And here's the thing, this could be just the start. In this video, we'll break down what Tesla found, how deep the problem really goes, and whether this recall is the beginning of something much worse. Stick around, because what we uncovered might make you rethink everything you thought you knew about the Cybertruck. Tesla's Cybertruck recall isn't just a setback, it's a complete halt. Every unit built between November 2023 and February 2025 is being pulled from the road, totaling more than 46,000 trucks. That figure includes models delivered to customers and those still in distribution. The core issue? A flaw with the exterior trim panels. Tesla used an adhesive that weakens in real-world conditions. It becomes brittle when exposed to cold or moisture, causing the panels to loosen or detach entirely while the vehicle is moving. That's not just cosmetic, it's a safety hazard. Footage has emerged of Cybertrucks shedding panels on highways, endangering nearby traffic. Simultaneously, a second recall was issued for certain 2024 units equipped with a specific drive inverter. This component is essential for transferring power to the wheels. When it fails, the vehicle instantly loses propulsion, leaving drivers stranded mid-turn or stalled in traffic. The recall includes all vehicles with the affected part, and Tesla has admitted that failure rates were high enough to justify urgent intervention. Tesla says these issues are being fixed at no cost to customers. All affected vehicles will be inspected and repaired, but in the meantime, deliveries have been paused. Production has been slowed to address the flaws. For a vehicle that was supposed to push boundaries, this development is a major blow. The Cybertruck, promoted as a rugged, futuristic powerhouse, now faces scrutiny over basic build reliability. So what does this mean for Tesla's long-term rollout plans? And how did such critical failures make it into customer hands in the first place? Before we break down the root of these technical issues, do me a quick favor. If you're finding this breakdown helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more uncensored, in-depth updates. Let's keep going. The heart of the Cybertruck recall comes down to two critical failures. One structural, the other mechanical. First, the glue. Tesla used a specific adhesive compound to secure the Cybertruck's exterior trim panels, relying on its ability to withstand vibration, temperature changes, and road debris. But real-world testing exposed a major weakness. Under cold or damp conditions, the adhesive begins to lose integrity. Engineers now believe this issue stems from environmental embrittlement, a chemical reaction where the adhesive becomes brittle over time. This failure doesn't just loosen trim, it turns parts of the vehicle into potential road hazards. In multiple cases, side panels dislodged entirely while driving at highway speeds. The second issue is buried deeper inside the vehicle. Certain Cybertruck models from 2024 were built using a drive inverter that failed stress testing under moderate load conditions. This component is responsible for converting battery power into motor function. When it malfunctions, the vehicle simply stops moving. Tesla confirmed that no warning lights or alerts were triggered in the affected units, making the situation even more dangerous. Drivers reported their trucks cutting off in intersections, merging lanes, and even while towing, with zero indication of failure beforehand. It appears the inverter batch was sourced during a period of rapid scaling when Tesla increased production without fully vetting supplier batches. These combined problems raise serious questions about quality control. The Cybertruck was marketed as bulletproof, rugged, and military grade, yet the root causes of its recall trace back to materials testing and rushed procurement. It's not a design flaw, it's a failure in execution. As Tesla moves to repair the damage, analysts are digging deeper into how such issues slipped through testing and made it into full-scale production. In a company that's all about speed, these oversights may prove costly. Let's explore Tesla's official response next. Tesla's official response came swiftly, but not without raising eyebrows. Within 24 hours of identifying the adhesive and inverter problems, the company issued a formal safety recall through the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Simultaneously, Cybertruck deliveries were suspended, and assembly lines at Gigafactory Texas were slowed to accommodate immediate retooling. Tesla framed the move as a proactive measure, emphasizing their commitment to safety and transparency. Service centers were alerted to begin inspections and replacements, and affected owners were notified through the Tesla app. Free repairs were promised, and mobile technicians were deployed to high-volume delivery zones to accelerate the process. Internally, Tesla launched a full audit of its supplier chain and internal testing protocols. Executives have remained mostly silent, but internal memos suggest pressure is mounting to identify how such faults escape detection. Elon Musk, while publicly downplaying the scope of the issue on social media, reportedly held emergency meetings with engineering teams to fast-track fixes without compromising production targets. Behind the scenes, however, production has been complicated by the need to redesign installation procedures and retrain staff. Some components, especially the affected inverters, are facing supply shortages, creating new bottlenecks. Tesla is now walking a tightrope, trying to assure customers that problems are contained while working to salvage momentum on its most ambitious launch. What's unusual this time is the speed of the pivot. In the past, Tesla has been criticized for downplaying defects or issuing silent updates. This time, the company moved quickly and publicly, but whether that's enough to protect its brand remains to be seen. Confidence in a vehicle doesn't come from damage control, it comes from long-term reliability. And with public pressure rising, Tesla's next move could determine how the Cybertruck is remembered, as a bold innovation or a rushed experiment. Let's look at how the public and markets are reacting. The reaction to Tesla's Cybertruck recall was immediate and polarizing. On social media, videos of loose panels and immobilized trucks went viral, prompting a wave of memes, complaints, and heated debate. Longtime fans defended the company's fast response, calling it a smart move to address problems head-on, but skeptics question how such critical issues pass through quality assurance, especially for a vehicle marketed as revolutionary. Forums lit up with users debating whether to cancel pre-orders or wait out the storm. Meanwhile, Cybertruck owners began posting mixed experiences, some praising the rapid scheduling of service appointments, others reporting delays, unanswered support tickets, and concerns about replacement part availability. The response from investors was more severe. Tesla's stock took a sharp dip following the announcement, erasing several $billion in market value within days. Analysts downgraded their outlooks, warning that recurring technical problems across Tesla's vehicle lines could signal deeper process flaws. Institutional investors, already rattled by the company's Q1 profit decline, began demanding clearer communication and more transparency from leadership. Wall Street isn't just concerned about the recall, it's worried about trust erosion. With Tesla positioning itself as a leader in both electric and autonomous vehicles, consistent technical mishaps are starting to dent its reputation for cutting-edge reliability. Internationally, the recall has also made headlines. In Europe and Asia, where Tesla has been expanding aggressively, local regulators have taken notice. Media coverage is closely watching how Tesla handles customer safety and whether these issues extend beyond North America. For a brand built on loyalty and innovation, the real threat now is doubt. Consumers can forgive early flaws, but only if they believe the company learns from them. Investors will tolerate volatility, but not silence. Up next, let's take a step back and explore the broader pattern. Is the Cybertruck part of a bigger quality control issue? The Cybertruck's latest recall isn't happening in a vacuum. It follows a string of smaller but significant quality concerns that have shadowed the vehicle since its first deliveries. Even before this large-scale action, early adopters had flagged issues ranging from malfunctioning windshield wipers to erratic software updates. One particularly alarming case involved an accelerator pedal cover that slipped off mid-drive, pinning the pedal and causing unintended acceleration, forcing Tesla to rush out a physical fix. Other complaints involved cabin water leaks during rain, inconsistent fit and finish, and problems with the tonneau cover not functioning as promised. These aren't isolated glitches. They represent a pattern that raises questions about how ready the vehicle really was for public release. Reviewers have noted that even minor components like interior trim, dashboard fittings, and door seals show inconsistency from unit to unit, unusual for a vehicle priced at a premium level. Add to that concerns around limited service availability, especially in rural areas, and you get a vehicle that sometimes feels more like a beta test than a finished product. Tesla's rapid design cycle, which allows the company to push out updates on the fly, is part of what made it so innovative in the first place. But that same speed can also lead to oversight. Unlike traditional automakers that batch test for months before mass rollout, Tesla often tweaks production in real time. When it works, it's brilliant. When it doesn't, the problems multiply quickly. For the Cybertruck, the pressure to meet expectations may have caused corners to be cut in testing or validation, and now all those overlooked details are starting to surface. Up next, we'll look at what Tesla must do beyond repairs to regain confidence. Can the company restore belief in the Cybertruck brand, or has the damage already gone too far? Rebuilding trust after a major recall isn't just about fixing hardware, it's about restoring belief. For Tesla, this means more than replacing glue or swapping out faulty parts. It's about proving that quality assurance is evolving, that future models won't carry the same risk, and that the brand still represents cutting-edge reliability. The company has built its reputation on innovation and bold promises, but that image becomes fragile when repeated problems start undermining customer confidence. To turn things around, Tesla must go beyond statements. Clear reporting, consistent communication, and visible updates on progress are now essential. Owners need reassurance that these problems were isolated, not systemic. New buyers need confidence that the vehicle they're ordering today is measurably better than the one that came off the line 3 months ago. And critics, both in the media and financial sectors, are watching closely to see whether Tesla's leadership can course correct without losing momentum. This is also a moment for humility. Overpromising has its risks, and now the company must show that it can overdeliver instead. The Cybertruck can still become a defining product for Tesla, but only if the company treats this moment as a wake-up call, not just a PR hiccup. Tesla's recall of every Cybertruck is more than a production glitch. It's a defining moment. Whether this turns into a recovery story or a reputation crisis depends on what happens next. Rapid fixes are helpful, but rebuilding confidence takes more than technical repairs. It takes accountability and consistent performance. Now we want to hear from you. Do you think Tesla can bounce back from this, or has the Cybertruck rollout done lasting damage? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you found this breakdown useful, like the video and subscribe for more updates. There's a lot more coming.